Welcome, Ultimate DIYers. I have a very interesting episode today. Something that'll maybe save you guys a bunch of time and a lot of aggravation. I had a customer call where they had a light fixture in their bathroom and they would flip off the lights, give it about, 60 seconds or so. One of the bulbs comes back on and it's pretty bright. It's actually a lot brighter than what you'd think. I mean, it works as a night light, but obviously you're worried there's a short and you're going to have some type of problem and possibly burn your house down. So, to make a long story short, I basically checked all the wiring. Went in, took the plugs apart. I replaced the plugs, switches, put new switches in. Checked, made sure it was correct, which it was not correct, by the way. They were using a 2-wire when they should have used a 3-wire. So they were using the earth ground, which is your bare wire that has no coating on it. They were using that as a neutral to get back to the box. That's a big no-no. Fixed that, replaced it. There was a box in between the switch and the light where it used to have a wall light in the bathroom, and they had done a bunch of wiring in there. So I took it apart, checked it all out, made sure that it was wired correctly, made a few little changes, and streamlined it, cleaned it up. Took out the fixture. I had to literally go into the attic, and they had a closet which had a scuttle hole, the only way to get in there, and they had shelving built in, so I had to pretty much take all of it apart to get into that attic. Took it apart, got through the scuttle hole, got in there, and checked all the wiring that was running to the light, made sure nothing weird was going on with a neutral coming from some other place or something else that was possibly backfeeding. Couldn't find a real problem. Went back down though and thought, okay, we know the wiring's right now. I did change the 1 wire, maybe everything's okay. Flipped off the light, 60 seconds later, boom, the light comes back on. So at this point, I'm really kind of stumped. Never seen anything quite like this. Usually I can pop something apart and I'll find a loose neutral, and that's usually what's causing it to act weird. Or, you'll find even a loose hot wire. But I thought maybe it was backfeeding from another fixture somewhere in the house and running some juice into that light. But it was still doing it. So I decided to reach up there and unscrew the bulb. And lo and behold, I unscrewed the bulb and it goes out. So I'm thinking, okay, well, that's not the bulb. Well, I take the bulb to another fixture and I screw it in and plug it into another fixture, turn it off and wait a little, or turn it on, wait a little while, run over, turn it off. And 60 seconds later, guess what? The bulb comes on. So what's going on is there's a transformer built into these bulbs to transform them down to low voltage. Works almost like a capacitor, holds a charge. So that bulb, no matter where I put it, it would kick on. So what I did, I brought the bulb home. This is not the bulb. I pulled this out of a fixture behind the camera right now, and I'm going to flip it around and show you because I've got that bulb running. And I'm going to show you what happens when I shut the power off. Now, you have to be patient. It takes usually anywhere from probably 30 to 60 seconds, but that bulb's going to kick right back on. I can reach over and I can unscrew it, and it'll go off. And then I can put the right bulb back in. I can move that bulb to anything in the house, and it does the same thing. Matter of fact, we'll try it on a couple things. I've got a plug-in lamp. We'll try it on the plug-in lamp, and I'm going to try it on the fixture in the ceiling. So let's give that a try and see how it works. So you can see the lights are up above. The light that it is it's going to be the one that's a little more yellowish on the far right. So I'm going to flip off the lights. They're all off. Give it a few minutes, and that light bulb is going to pop back on all by itself. It takes a little time sometimes, but it'll come back on. Let's just wait and see what it does. Still no light. but it'll pop on. There it goes. So it just came on all by itself, and there is no power going to that bulb. You can actually unscrew it and it'll go dead. Generally, we'll try it real quick and see, but you put a new bulb in and it doesn't do that anymore. It's just this particular bulb. So I'll unscrew it. Sometimes you can unscrew these and it'll still stay lit in your hand. That's really hot, which these bulbs are very seldom hot too, by the way. That's another telltale sign that there's something wrong. So this is the original bulb that was in it. I'm going to plug it back in. We're fine. And now it'll work great. Okay, so I've got it now plugged into this lamp. Let's see if it works the same, because I have a feeling that somehow the way this thing is holding a charge, or the reason it's malfunctioning, has something to do with your earth grounds. So let's see if it comes back on here as well. Off. Let's give it a minute or so and see if it comes on. So see, it does not look like with a regular lamp that plugs into the wall that it will come on. It's very strange. It only seems to work on ceiling lights, which will have an earth ground on it. These lights are generally grounded through the plug itself, but I don't know why it doesn't do it on lamps, but does it on ceilings. So there you go. That's it in a nutshell. If you're a full-blown electrician, you do this all the time, and you've seen this before, and you have a good explanation as to why on a lamp the light works perfect but doesn't work in a ceiling fixture, be sure and let me know. Not only will it help me, it probably helps somebody else. Leave it in the comments. If you have other comments and things that you'd like to see in the future, be sure you leave those as well. Comments help the channel grow. If you're new to the channel, not a subscriber, be sure you subscribe. Be sure you hit the little bell icon. That'll let you know every time I release a new video. And I appreciate you watching. We'll see you next time.